Are you somebody who's been thinking about selling a home, but you know the market's hot and you have no idea where you're gonna move? I've got 3 tips for you that might help you out. Hey everybody, welcome back. This week, I wanna talk about a topic that has been plaguing a lot of the real estate industry, and specifically the mindset of a lot of sellers who would be selling their home, right? So it's no secret that right now there is not a lot for sale. So there is a category of homeowner right now who, whether they are ready to buy up and get their next home or they're ready to downsize, they're looking at the market right now saying, look, Adam, we know the market's great. We understand that we could get top dollar for our home. Prices are the highest they've ever been. Interest rates are the best they've ever been. But it's a seller's market. Where am I gonna move? Why would I sell right now? That's a problem that I think a lot of sellers run into, and it's one of the things that's holding up the housing inventory, right? There's all these people who wanna sell, but they don't know where they're gonna move to. And, ironically, if all of those people come on the market, then we don't have a housing inventory problem anymore. But I wanted to talk about some problem solving that we can do for people who are in that particular situation. So point number 1, and I think this one's an obvious one, but if you are somebody who can technically afford to carry 2 mortgages, even for a short term at the same time, you should really investigate buying your home first and then immediately selling your home after. If you're somebody who's in that position, it's the perfect place to be because you can stay in your home, you're not in any rush to get out, you have time to look for what you want, and when the right thing does come up, you go ahead and you snatch it up. Now, it's something you'd have to talk to a lender about to make sure that, you don't necessarily have to put this maximum amount down on the home you're buying. Maybe you can afford to do a smaller down payment just for the sake of not having to do a double move or be rushed when you do go to sell. Point number 2, not everybody is in a position where they can afford to buy a home before they sell. I would say that the average person has to take the proceeds from the home that they're in now to be able to buy the home that they're moving into next. And if you are one of those people, understand that right now, you do have a ton of leverage as a seller. We've talked about it being such a hot seller's market that you need to be able to take that and leverage it into occupancy in your home. So how does occupancy work, right? You get an offer on your home. It's usually about 30 to 45 days, depending on what happens in the middle, to get the transaction closed. And that's assuming that the buyer buying your house is getting a mortgage. Occupancy is time after the fact that you are allowed to stay in the home once the buyers have actually bought it, and you rent back to them for a short period of time until you are able to move out. And it's something that's agreed upon upfront in the offer, so you know how much time you are going to have after the home sells to stay in it. And because the market is so in your favor right now as a seller, you should be able to leverage that to get the maximum amount of time. So that's the easiest way to leverage the current market and minimize the chances of you having to potentially do a double move. Item number 3, have you considered new construction? When you go to a builder, especially in a pre-plotted neighborhood, and decide to build a home, there's going to be a little bit of fluctuation in that timeline depending on weather and supplies, but for the most part, they're able to give you a pretty realistic idea of how long it's going to take to build that home. So let's say that 9 months happens to be, the entire process from when you turn in your deposit and you're getting the keys in your hand for your brand new home. If that's the case, you have a lot of time to prep for the sale of your home. And as you get closer and you deal with any kind of fluctuations in weather or supplies that happen, you're going to start getting a pretty definitive timeline for when you need to sell. And at that point, if you're still in a really good seller's market, you know that when you put your home on the market and you price it right and you stage it right and you're working with a good agent, it's going to sell quickly. So new construction is a great option. So that's it. If you're somebody who is in a situation where you want to sell your home, you're ready to downsize, you're ready to, buy up and get that forever home, but you're kind of on the fence of like, I know that there's nothing for sale right now. Where am I going to move? These are 3 options that can help you kind of look at your options and put you in the best scenario to avoid having to do a double move. And with that being said, surprise 4th bonus thing, double moving is kind of annoying, but at the end of the day, it's not the worst thing in the world if you are going to be buying your forever home interest rates are super low and you know you can sell your house at a premium right now, capitalizing on that investment right now. And even if you had to rent somewhere for a little bit and use that as a buffer period to find your next home, if you're gonna be there for 15 years, I think now is really the market to do it in, and it's not the worst thing in the world. I hope this video brought you guys some help. If you have any questions at all or any comments about other ways that you can avoid this situation and put yourself in the best possible place to move up or move down or whatever it is and buy that next home, just let me know. So thank you so much, guys. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.